Nobody knows where the fog came from. Some say it's punishment for our sins and secrets. All I know is that the sun shines over the horizon, and I'm going to take us there.
Hello friends, Sentinel H here, and welcome to Fear Equation, Lifting the Fog. In this tutorial series, we'll be going over the key items you need to know in order to survive the fog and reach salvation. Now the game has a fairly competent in-game tutorial, and there are manuals throughout the train which provide you most of the information you need to know. But I'm going to put this all together into a video series, and you'll hopefully have a much better idea of how to play this game going forward. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the days cycle. At the front of the train, you'll find the board which lists which phase we're currently in. There are 4 phases: lottery, orders, work, and guard. Each day is split into these 4 phases. While this game runs in real time, it's essentially turn-based. You'll need to advance the time by clicking on the clock at the front of the train or pressing the tab key by default in order to advance to the next phase. Upon waking up in the morning, you'll wake up at 6 o'clock. This puts you in the lottery phase. Currently, the board isn't lit up. This is a bug that can occur when you continue an existing game, when you load your game. It's important to note that the lottery phase is the only time of day you're able to save the game. So be sure to take advantage of that if you plan on ending your play session. During the lottery phase, the only thing you'll be able to do, other than adjust the speed of the train, is to go to the carriage console here in the center of the train on the left hand side and open your notebook. By clicking on one of the carriages that you currently have open, at the start of the game you'll only have carriage 1 because you'll only have people in one carriage because you'll only have 5 of them. As you advance through the game, you'll have people in multiple carriages. You'll notice the lottery card on the right hand side of the book. The lottery is how you decide who goes on scavenging missions, which will be discussed in detail in a future episode. It's important to note that you don't have to fill out the lottery until you're close to your next destination. The lottery does nothing unless you're actually at a location you can scavenge at. If you want to quickly fill the lottery, you can press autofill in order to randomly choose 5 people. At any time, you can press clear to clear the list, cancel to close the lottery card, or dispatch once you're happy with your choices. It's important to note that the passengers on board your train think that this is a random lottery, but you can rig the lottery by selecting the passengers you wish to send. When filling out the lottery, it's important to check on people's mission skills. If you randomly assign them, you may have a less than optimal group to send on your next scavenging mission. By clicking on their dots or on their name, you can add as many people as you'd like and autofill the rest. Once you're happy with your lottery choices, you can press dispatch. I won't be dispatching this group. Once you've done that, there's nothing else you can do during the lottery phase, and you should click on the clock or press tab to advance to the orders phase. The orders phase is probably the most important phase, well, the second most important phase, other than the work phase. During the orders phase, you can again come to your carriage console, open your notebook, select a carriage, and choose from one of 4 orders. Well, technically 5, but it's not appearing at the moment because there's no damage to this carriage. The 5 orders are repair damage, move passengers, move and dump cargo, upgrade train, and build defenses. We'll be going over all of these orders in detail in their own episode. Suffice to say, this is the only time of day where you can assign orders. You can assign as many orders as you like, in as many carriages as you want, and the people within those carriages will carry out the orders. In an earlier build of the game, giving more than 2 orders during the same day would increase chaos, but the developers changed that, and now additional orders have a small to negligible impact on chaos. Giving a ton of orders isn't really a good thing, because you want them to actually complete them in a timely manner, but you can give as many as you'd like. Once you're done assigning orders to your carriages, the only other thing to do is to advance the time of day. It's important to note that the lottery phase lasted 1/2 of an hour from 6 o'clock to 6:30, with the orders phase lasting from 6:30 to 7 o'clock. The work phase is the longest phase. This is the time during which your passengers will actually accomplish the tasks that you've set for them in the orders phase. If they complete an order during this time period, you'll receive a message in your pneumatic tube system letting you know that the job has been completed. You can also check on the status of work being undertaken by checking the notebook. The other use of the work phase only occurs if you're actually at a searchable location. This is when you can use the computer on the right to set up a scavenging mission. This can only be accomplished during the work phase, which is why the game recommends that you try and arrive at new destinations during the work phase. There's really nothing else to do during the work phase, and unless you're scavenging, you will usually skip over this phase by pressing tab or by clicking the clock. The work phase begins at 7 a.m. The work phase lasts from 7 to 6. 7:30 to 6, actually. It's the longest phase and takes up most of your day. So you want to make sure that they're actually doing something during this phase, otherwise you'll be wasting a lot of time. Once you're finished with the work phase, you'll enter the guard phase. There's really nothing to do during the guard phase, except sleep. This ends your day, and is when attacks from the fog and uprisings can occur. If you want to look at any of your information, read any of your messages, this is when you do it. But once you're finished with the guard phase, there's nothing left to do but get into your bed. Hope you don't die in the night. That's it for this episode of Lifting the Fog. I hope this has clarified how the day is broken up into phases. Uh-oh. It appears that we've become too inspiring, and our people conducted a purge during the night. This is when these sort of things occur during the guard phase. Stay tuned for future episodes where we'll demystify other aspects of this very intriguing game. I'm Sentinel H, and I'm signing out.